Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudireit. Shranavatam Swakatha Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridayantastho Bhadrani Vidunoti Suritsatam नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भगवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 19, verses 39 to 42. Verse 39. Maitreya Uvacha Ittam Saloka Guruna Samadishto Vishampati Tatha Chakritva Vatsalyam Mago Napi Cha Sandadhe. Synonyms. Maitreya Uvacha. The great sage Maitreya continued to speak. Itham, thus, Sa, King Prithu, Loka Guruna, by the original teacher of all people, Lord Brahma. Samadhishta, being advised. Vishampati, the king, master of the people. Tatha, in that way. Cha, also. Kritva, having done. Vatsalyam, affection. Maghona, with Indra. Api, even. Cha, also. Sandadhe, concluded peace. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The great sage Maitreya continued. When King Prithu was thus advised by the supreme teacher, Lord Brahma, he abandoned his eagerness to perform yajnas and with great affection concluded a peace with King Indra. Text 40. Kritava snanaya prithave puri karmane varandaduste varada ye tad barhishi tarpita. Synonyms. Krita, having performed. Avabrita snanaya, taking a bath after the sacrifice. Prithave, unto King Prithu. Bhuri karmane, famous for performing many virtuous acts. Varan, benedictions. Dadu, gave. Te, all of them. Varada, the demigods, bestowers of benedictions. Ye, who. Tat barhishi, in the performance of such a yajna. Tarpita, became pleased. Translation. After this, Prithu Maharaj took his bath, which is customarily taken after the performance of a yajna, and received the benedictions and due blessings of the demigods, who are very much pleased by his glorious activities. Purport. Yajna means Lord Vishnu. For all yajna is meant to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu. Since the demigods automatically become very pleased with the performance of sacrifice, they bestow benediction upon the executors of yajnas. When one pours water on the root of a tree, the branches, trunk, twigs, flowers, and leaves are all satisfied. Similarly, when one gives food to the stomach, all parts of the body are rejuvenated. In the same way, if one simply satisfies Lord Vishnu by the performance of yajna, one satisfies all the demigods automatically. In turn, the demigods offer their benedictions to such a devotee. A pure devotee, therefore, does not ask benedictions directly from the demigods. His only business is to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, he is never in need of those things supplied by the demigods. Text 41. Vipra satyasha Vipra satya ashisha tushta shraddhaya labda dakshina ashisho yuyujukshattar adirajaya satkrita. Synonyms. Vipra, all the Brahmanas. Satya, true. Ashisha, whose benedictions, Tushta, being very satisfied, Shraddhaya, with great respect, Labda Dakshina, who obtained rewards, Ashisha, benedictions, Yuyuju, offered, Kshata, O Vidur, Adi Rajaya, upon the original king, Satkrata, being honored. Translation: with great respect, the original king Prithu offered all kinds of rewards to the Brahmanas present at the sacrifice. Since all these Brahmanas were very much satisfied, they gave their heartfelt blessings to the king. Text 42. त्वया हुता महाबाहो सर्व एव समागता पूजिता दानमानाभ्यां पितृदेवर्षिमानवा. Synonyms: Tvaya, by you, Ahuta, were invited, Mahabaho, O great mighty armed one, Sarve, all, Eva, certainly, Samagata, assembled, Pujita, were honored, Dana, by charity, Manabhyam, and by respect, Pitra, the inhabitants of Pitralok, Deva, demigods, Rishi, great sages, Manava, as well as common men. Translation: all the great sages and Brahmanas said, O mighty king, by your invitation, all classes of living entities have attended this assembly. They have come from Pitralok and the heavenly planets, and great sages as well as common men have attended this meeting. Now all of them are very much satisfied by your dealings and your charity towards them. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 4th canto, 19th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled King Prithu's 100 Horse Sacrifices. नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णाप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I humbly bow down and seek blessings from all the assembled Vaishnavas. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to purify myself, and please forgive me for any shortcomings. I have taken notes from lectures by senior devotees. So, till now, Indra was the only one who had done 100 Ashwamedh Yagyas. Now, Indra becomes envious of Prithu Maharaj. He cannot tolerate that another person is going to achieve similar position like him. This feeling of being separate controller and being center of existence is the basis of material existence and all the problems. So even though Indra is a great devotee, he has the feeling of keeping himself in center and compete with the Supreme Lord. King Prithu first tried to regain the horse, but Indra started introducing different cheating principles of religion. And when Prithu Maharaj was ready to kill Indra, Lord Brahma intervenes to forbid him. Now in verse 39, we saw that King Prithu instantly abandoned his eagerness to perform yagyas and forgives Indra. Here Prithu Maharaj could have said to Brahma, this is injustice. Why Indra is keeping me from performing 100 sacrifices? He is wrong and I am right. You should tell him and not me. He could have claimed and fought for justice. But sometimes fighting for justice is very childish. Mercy of the Lord goes much beyond justice. Devotees of the Lord accepts which appears to be injustice and incorporates with Lord's plan, and later they get much more. Sometimes we are fighting to get justice and we don't get it, but Krishna has a greater plan for us that we cannot see at that time. We should not limit ourselves to just get justice. Instead, we should be hankering for Krishna's mercy and aspire to cooperate with his plan. As soon as Prithu Maharaj heard the instructions from Lord Brahma, he showed compassion to Indra and forgave him. That's a great sign of spiritual advancement. The word mentioned here is Vatsalyam, the one who has that parental caring nature. So, momentarily, even if he gets angry, but his actual nature is to be very kind and affectionate. Maharaj Prithu is also addressed as Adi Raj, that is, the original king, in the sense that he has set a benchmark for all the kings. He has all the good qualities, including very powerful and opulent. He set an example for what an ideal king is, what an ideal devotee is. Now, all of us have heard the expressions best case scenario and worst case scenario. We have an example of both here. King Vena, who was totally the opposite. He had all the bad qualities a person could have, and he exhibited them to such an extent that his rule became so intolerable that the Brahmanas used their Brahma Tejas to kill him using mantras, which they normally don't like to do. This can be an example of worst case scenario. Then we have Maharaj Prithu, who is a Shaktyavesh avatar, who is an incarnation and empowered Jiva of Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the emperor who has performed yagyas and has satisfied Lord Vishnu along with all the demigods. And from last two verses, we get the information that the inhabitants of Pitralok and heavenly planets, the great sages, and even the common man, they all are satisfied by the dealings of Maharaj Prithu. He became even more glorious and received all the benedictions and blessings, not only from demigods, but all the Brahmanas and others. The result turned out that he became more famous than Indra. So, this is like a best case scenario. Whatever the case may be, in spite of the ups and downs of the material life, one must engage in Krishna consciousness. The process is easy and helpful. It is simply to chant the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Even the great devotees like Devi Kunti, Mother Devaki, Vasudevji, they all were put into difficult situations. But they never lose their patience and strong devotion for Krishna. In the best case scenario, be a devotee. In the worst case scenario, be a devotee. If we are tolerant in the worst situation, we might be able to make best out of it. I'll stop here. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam